Hello everyone, and now welcome to a match between Infi versus WADO OC, or just OC. This game taken from the NetEase ladders. All right, things are going to be going on in this, how are things going to be going on in this particular 1v1 matchup? We'll go ahead and take a look at the particular strategies we'll be seeing here. As we look over here on the bottom left, Infi has spawned as the Red Night Elf. Infi, Red Night Elf. He did choose random, getting Night Elf in this matchup. Meanwhile, he is going up against OC, who is spawned as the Blue Orc, chose Orc, and opening up with an Altar of Storms Burrow. There's that barracks already, and I'm waiting to see what the hero is going to be. Now, it's these early situations that really will help Orc players when they go from that 10 supply to 11. There's been a lot of changes in the playtest realm patches, and it seems like Blizzard is trying to get it right, trying to figure out what the strategies are and how best to proceed. We are going to be looking at a tavern hero coming in from Infi, as you see this delayed Altar of Elders, and that does mean that this Ancient of War, good morning Xanderdorn, is able to set up two archers before the hero actually comes out. That is going to be important to note and keep track of here on Concealed Hill, as we may have faster creeping. What the hero is going to be, well, that is going to come down to a little bit of game time, gameplay decisions. As we're looking at 20 over 20 supply right now, this is that situation where an additional peon could be trained right behind this to try and get a little bit more lumber before going into tier 2 for Orc. That's really what we're looking at there. Nope, going to be going for a Voodoo Lounge. Could also get that an additional peon as well, as that Blade Master should be making its way out here in just a moment. Archer, second archer now being trained up. Altar of Elders still needs a little bit of time before it is done. 2-minute 15-second mark is when you can hire your tavern hero, and well, there is that archer right there simply waiting. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and it is gonna be a Beastmaster. Did I get more sleep today? I did try to get more sleep today. Work has really been tough, as work can often be. So I thank you guys. But yesterday, casting a marathon of a game, a 45-minute game, down to one final building with a lot on the line, as we're going to see a bear now perhaps get taken down. No, that bear actually attacked Rexar for a second, the Beastmaster for a second, to lose aggro, and well, is going to be there to finish off everything else as well. Triple archers, one Beastmaster. There's that bear in that front line. The Night Elf rushing bears very early in this matchup. As we're looking at the Blade Master, going to go ahead, pick up some healing salves, as we are already taking the tier 2. There's that Orc Burrow, and there's a War Mill, oddly enough being built very, very far in the back amongst all of these trees. Down across here, the Beastmaster is at level 2. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3, coupled alongside Gloves of Haste, and now we see a Hawk Scout now being used. All right, Owl Scout to try and Hawk Scout now trying to keep track of, well, the Blade Master, which is already around the map as well. Blade Master is going to go ahead and heal back up not only the Blade Master, but that, well, fairly high hit point Grunt, 700 hit point Grunt, already at 570, as the Ancient of War going to perhaps try and make its way off over here again in just a moment. Beastmaster now trying to hide back archers. Well, going to go ahead and engage. There is a boulder toss right there. 2 bears now engaging on the battlefield as well. Those are going to get taken down very, very quickly. Going after that Forestral High Priest, incredibly important, as that Forestral High Priest is able to heal and mitigate so much of the damage you are trying to deal. Blade Master down across over here. I should have switched vision so that the Blade Master would not disappear on my mini-map, but if I do that now, well, the overlay and everything else changes. There am I making it, well, I don't have time to do that. So I'll be trying to keep track of a Blade Master. Hopefully it doesn't do too much running and scouting and, well, lone play as well. Blade Master coming back across here. There's that Forest Troll Trapper. It will get taken down. Beastmaster is already at level 3 and has gone for level 2 bears. Level 2 bear has 900 hit points. Beastmaster is still right there. Blade Master now trying to attempt to run back away. It is sitting at 190 hit points and climbing right now. Meanwhile, we're looking at the bears running on inside, going after the Orc Burrow and getting in a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, archers are going to be positioning over. Shadowhunter is already getting added in. There is a Tauren Totem being added in as well. War Mill is already done. done as the Beastmaster comes in and, well, is going to be absorbing a large amount of damage. All right, we're going to be looking at the Tauren Totem getting some pressure instead. Orc Burrows do have some, well, spear-throwing peons inside as the units may be forced to back up here. Blademaster right there. Shadow Hunter, or a Shadow Hunter not back out. Sentry Ward now down as the Archer now needs to run away. Are we going to see the Grunts get in front of that Archer? No, there is, oh, just outside the range of that Sentry Ward as the Hawk provided sight. Beautifully done. Infi, knowing that the Blademaster placed down a Sentry Ward and quickly said to himself, I don't need to really run with my Archer. I just need to take down that Sentry Ward and my Archer will be safe. Hawk making its way back through. Blademaster does find one of those archers trying to retreat back. A little bit more damage getting added in once more. Blademaster is sitting at level 3. One low hit point archer able to escape back once more as the bear, well, trying to keep track of what's going on in the backside here, going after the Orc Burrow. The Raging Bear is just going to end up getting taken down, giving that Shadow Hunter a little bit of experience right there, as that, well, that bear has nowhere to run in the back. Are we going to see the unburrowed Shadow Hunter should get some experience? No, he does not. Oh, the spear from the Orc Burrow getting that final shot off there. Mana burn from the Demon Hunter going after the level 3 Blademaster now. Beastmaster, on the other hand, well, where is it right now? Off to the north. So there is, well, quad hero action in this matchup. Everyone just all over the place as the Blademaster getting in some easy kills on archers. We are going into dual Ancient of Lores. We are at Tree of Ages, not going into Tree of Eternity, as we're looking also at the north side here. Shadow Hunter trying to get in some, well, experience. Is going to be able to do that? No, it doesn't, as Infi once again steals a bit of experience, and that Raging Bear is raging mad, getting in a couple of well-timed bashes onto that Shadow Hunter. All right, damage getting added in once more. Shadow Hunter comes across, throws down a heal. Spirit Walkers are trying to join in on the fight. Spirit Link is going to be incredibly important. Shadow Hunter positioning itself in such a way. Well, is it going to end up staying alive? There's another bounce heal as well. There is, well, what is going on here? Shadow Hunter getting completely surrounded and cannot bear it as it teleports out, or as the Beastmaster teleports out. Blademaster sitting at level 3, making its way back off to the north. Beastmaster first versus Orc. I see this is an Infi game in full force. Yeah, Infi game in full force. Beastmaster, Rexar turning allegiance right there as we're looking at the bears now coming in from the back and getting some damage on the Forestral High Priest, and we'll do a little bit of additional creeping. Beastmaster and Demon Hunter. Beastmaster is already coming back into the fight here as we're going to look at the Blademaster. Well, try to run on through. It doesn't have that much mana, and, well, there is revealing right there. There is that Hawk right there on the ground. Is going to take out that, I believe he did so, yes. Blademaster actually got the experience off of that. You didn't see the gold come up as the Demon Hunter falls at level 1. Blademaster might try to go after that, and he does it again, but Blademaster now could be in trouble. All right, 2 Creep Jacks right there, and the larger variety both getting that Ogre Lord and that Ogre Magi. Blademaster now looking to back up again. Shadow Hunter still sitting at level 1. I guess it makes up for the loss of experience earlier from the sea turtle, the giant sea turtle, and that bear. That Shadow Hunter really wants to get to level 2, but still not quite there yet. We're looking at, well, building up a Tree of Life. Excuse me, Tree of Life, in taking that center expansion. So Infi is trying to play the game of chess here in positioning himself as he moves towards his opponent's base. We are looking at the Orc Burrows. They do not have the fortified armor upgrade yet, and if you know your opponent has this many Dryads, that is something you have to be aware of, knowing that your Orc Burrows are absolutely precious. All right. Bears are going to perhaps get taken down here. Raiders, Bear trying to walk on in. What is going on? Meanwhile, more attacking coming back across here. That front line, Demon Hunter, Beastmaster, and Bears doing a lot of damage here. Meanwhile, what is going to go down here is the Beastmaster going to be able to run back away. Helm of Valor right there as we see a quick scroll of Town Portal for a tactical retreat, and the Kodo Beast, well, says, you know what? I'm just going to eat this Dryad instead. All right, we are looking at The Tree of Life about to be completed off over here, but Blade Master has some words to say about that, wants to try and take it down. Dryads are already in position to, well, slow things down a little bit more. Blade Master says, you know what, I don't want to stick around. It looks like Infi will be able to get that expansion and keep it around as the Hawk still flying overhead. Back off to the north, Shadowhunter is at level 2. Gonna get a little bit more experience as well. Kodo Beast has finished digesting that Dryad, as that Shadow Hunter is, well, getting closer and closer to level 3. Level 3 does make a big difference, as we're actually seeing Serpent Wards alongside that healing wave. The question is going to be, what are you really going to be going for? Are you going to be going for Serpent Wards, or are you going to be going for Healing Wave as your main ability? Both very powerful in this matchup, considering that there are units that are unarmored. Alright, Blade Master being able to heal up a lot, incredibly important, keeping them in that front line. Also being able to dish out the damage to those Dryads, incredibly important, as the Raiders catch their opponent right there. Alright, we're going into low upkeep. Spirit Link, double Raider ensnare, level 3 now on the Shadow Hunter. We see a couple of ensnares in the back once more. Are we going to see some more ensnares again? The Serpent Wards are starting to poke around as well, getting in some of that precious damage. More Raider ensnare, and while fighting at the Fountain of Health, the Dryads actually don't have that much hit points. So if the Raiders are fighting next to the Dryads, they actually will come out ahead, as they are regenerating hit points much more quickly. Kodo Beast is actually eating up as well. Shadow Hunter should be dropping in more Serpent Wards. The Serpent Wards actually are a bit too far, as this positioning by OC, well, all the Raiders are now gone, so that is definitely a problem. Meanwhile, Mana Burn onto that Shadow Hunter as the units are trying to run away. What is going on here? More ensnares. Oh, Staff of Preservation, no ensnares. And a beautiful job by Infi, knowing to say, you know what? I know that you're just going to ensnare me if I run away. What is the countermeasure? Well, I'm just going to destroy all the units with ensnare. Took down every single Raider in that location, and then said, you know what, now my Dryads are free to run. I'm okay. Serpent Ward, is it going to take down this Dryad? I don't believe so. No. Wow, down to 3 hit points. Night Elf nighttime regeneration for the save right there, as that would have been a, well, unnecessary loss for Infi. Kodo Beast coming back over. Spirit Walkers are there. Grunts, Blade, or one Raider in position here. Wisps are trying to be trained up, and this is not looking good. Nice use of that fountain. Yeah, good use of that fountain by Infi. If the Raiders could actually get closer, that would have been extremely helpful as well. As we're going to see a couple of Wisps getting pressured here. Blade Master trying to take down this Tree of Life down to 450 hit points. As we see some detonations coming across, Blade Master is going to turn back around. Mana Burn onto the Blade Master as we see an ensnare go down onto that Demon Hunter. Kodo Beast still getting a little bit of damage. Raiders, are we going to see a couple of ensnare or two? Yes, we are, and a Dryad will get taken down. Spirit Link trying to go for the save, as a Serpent Ward now getting in a little bit of poke damage as well. Demon Hunter still leading the charge. Only 2 Raiders here. Are we going to see another ensnare go down on the Beastmaster? Nope, going down on the Dryad, trying to pick apart at these units instead that are easy to take down. Serpent Wards could be thrown down continually, but it really feels like OC is wasting some of his mana on that Shadow Hunter. You can see 2 Serpent Wards in the back doing absolutely nothing, as the Demon Hunter, well, gets in a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Alright, Potion of Invulnerability also coming in. Beastmaster gets saved right there. Are we going to see an ensnare go down on Scroll of Speed, now trying to be used, trying to chase after Blade Master's Windwalk comes to an end, as Spirit Link now being cast, as we're still seeing a lot more damage come across here. Blade Master using the Scroll of Healing to try to save all of those units. Spirit Link, well, really saving that Blade Master right now, as he is absorbing a large amount of damage. Demon Hunter could be in trouble, down to 133 hit points. Beastmaster is back in the fight as well. Shadow Hunter in that front line, and all those Serpent Wards in the back that did absolutely nothing. Going to be a problem as the Demon Hunter tries to finish out the Blade Master. Blade Master gets up to level 5 and ends up getting saved right there with a little bit of extra help, right, as he's going to be able to run away down to 44 hit points, trying to run away. The slow poison gonna bring him to his death, down to 9 hit points. There's another attack, and he finally goes down. Demon Hunter falls at level 3, only to be traded for a level 5 Blade Master. And what is gonna continue to end up happening? OC down to 37 over 40 supply because he was supply blocked. And, well, I'm sure he wishes that he had an additional Orc burrow somewhere in order to, well, have larger units. That fight could have gone his way, especially considering that he has 1,000 gold. All right, Spirit Walker thinking to himself, you know what, I'm safe if I'm in the ethereal form. Nope, that Hawk was still giving chase. All right, Blinking Bear, the Spirit Bear, trying to get in front of this one Kodo Beast, and it looks like another Kodo Beast going to get lost as well. 36 supply compared to 47, and OC perhaps not knowing that, hey, you know what, I can easily, Thunderhawk ends up getting a kill on a Spirit Walker right there, trying to heal, unable to do so. More Raiders are going to get added in. A Blade Master needs to get resurrected. Well, yeah, where is that Blade Master? Blade Master still nowhere to be found. All right, and this is just going to go from bad to worse as we see Spirit Bears diving in to, well, a very, very fortunate locations here. Spirit Walkers trying to, well, disenchant those bears, but that's simply not going to work out all that well, as we see a couple of Hawks not getting taken out as well. Purge, the better single target anti-summon spell here. Disenchant, very, very mana intensive, as we are at Stronghold without the Altar of Elders. Bears do have a timed life. Yes. All right. Raiders, Kodo Beast joining back in on the fight. Triple Serpent Wards back over here. It really feels like if OC had better control and use of where he placed down his Serpent Wards, and they were able to be, part of the battle, he would have been in a much, much better spot. All right, we're coming across. Blade Master going to try and engage here. Raiders, there's that Serpent Wards once more, and we're taking a lot of damage on this Raider in the back as well. Demon Hunter trying to go after the Spirit Walkers. One already getting taken down, as well as the Demon Hunter going after more and more units. The True Shot Aura, we got to remember the Demon Hunter with True Shot Aura giving a major, massive damage bonus across all of the Dryad army has been incredibly influential, as well as that Blade Master, well, gets back in onto the field from a tavern. Now, we do not have an expansion coming in from OC, and, well, OC is sitting at 47 over 60 compared to 50 over 50, and I had to say that last fight where OC was only at 40 supply but had 1,000 gold in the bank, if he had an additional 2 Raiders, that could have gone very, very differently in that battle, or perhaps just trying to, well, put in some pressure here as the Spirit Walkers are going to come across. All right, there goes an ensnare. Serpent Ward is currently, well, drawing a line in the sand. Perfect positioning and try to go after some of those units. That's exactly what you want, to make it so that the Dryads and the other units are taking damage while forcing the opposing units to actually, well, get a little bit closer if you want for that fight. And, well, it could come down to exactly that. The Serpent Wards now going after the bears in the back here. Dryad going to get taken down. There is another Serpent Ward in the front. Blade Master could be in trouble, down to 138 hit points. Going to go ahead and back off, as well as we're looking at another bear get taken down. Level 5 now on that Shadow Hunter. It is going to be level 3 Serpent Wards, and that is 50 damage per attack against those before you account for the damage bonus onto those Dryads. That's going to add up extremely fast as we see this Entangled Gold Mine being built for the second time. All right, it looks like OC is, well, trapped between his opponent's base and in his opponent's army, and this is a situation where OC is just trying to, well, almost build static defense. You can take a look. There's the Serpent Wards off to the side. Triple Serpent Wards right there. Bear's going to go ahead and dive on into the back. Shadow Hunter wants to drop another Serpent as well, and you remember these Serpent Wards deal 48 to 52 damage each. That is very high damage indeed, as the Blade Master now going to try and back up as well. All right, Dryads purposely ran around the entire fight to try and dodge all of the Serpent Wards, as the Blade Master could be in a little bit of trouble. All right, we're looking at more fighting. It looks like, well, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability there. Demon Hunter gets a little bit of healing. Is it going to be enough? One more shot from the Serpent Wards, and it does finish it off. Shadow Hunter, well, Beastmaster now getting up to level 6. Blade Master going after the Beastmaster. Beastmaster could be in trouble. Serpent Wards going after the Beastmaster. Beastmaster looks like he will be able to get away, as the Blade Master, well, trying to retreat back again, and there goes another couple of Dryads once more. Raiders could try and force a battle over here to take down that Tree of Life. Bears are coming across here. Are we going to see a couple of ensnare onto the Dryad? But the Dryad did get a little bit of distance in between once again. All right, Dryad is going to get taken down. There it goes, as we're looking at the Tree of Life taking in a bit of damage. All right, constant fighting back and forth. Serpent Wards. The Serpent Wards positioned in such a way, as long as they are attacking they are effectively changing the battlefield. Yes, I know the serpent wards can ineffectively force your opponent try to micro around them, but that's not what you want to be doing with your serpent wards. You want your serpent wards to actually have an effect on the battlefield beyond just having your opponent trying to walk around those particular units. All right, yep. That sheep's even giving you a look like, what are you talking about, Xander Dorn? This is my land. I can do whatever I want right here. All right, coming back off to the north there, Blade Master catches the spear. Well, it looks like the Thunderhawk is right there. They're going to see an ensnare and taking down that one Thunderhawk. No real problem whatsoever. We're looking at a no expansion there. Dryads are healing back up. And this is interesting. The use of the Moonwells has been mainly for the Beastmaster and the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, that mass Dryad army is the one heading off over here to the Fountain of Health. And this is keeping these Moonwells really topped off. A little bit surprising that we don't have upgraded Moonwells coming in as of yet. Only 300 mana maxed out, but we've been seeing a couple of Moonstones being used to try and keep those topped off consistently. There goes another Raider with the Ensnare. Serpent Ward is now down, and that's exactly what you want there. The Serpent Ward dealing so much damage. Blade Master gets up to level 6, and that Blade Master at level 6, does it have Blade Storm? Yes, it does. All right, Blade Storm dealing a lot of physical damage, and while OC is now having the supply advantage going into that next fight. We're looking at the Serpent Wards being placed down. We're going to see a couple of wisps coming over, trying to detonate, remove precious mana, as the Blade Master is in that frontline spot. He's in a tough spot there. Shadowhunter trying to back away. Healing Wave does save right there. Potion of invulnerability from the Demon Hunter, as more detonations still coming back across. Mana burn onto the Shadowhunter. Blade Master trying to go after a couple of those Raiders once more. However, we are fighting in a very narrow choke point. The Dryad's able to engage without having to really worry too much, as the units are still continuing their push. Serpent Wards are in the back. The Serpent Wards are being used more as a defensive measure, even though I gotta say, the Serpent Ward positioning seems to be positioned in a way where the game is going to be Huntresses as opposed to Dryads. Dryads have superior range, and that is the problem right now, but it looks like it's going to come down very close. The Blade Master going to be able to stay alive, down to 168 hit points. Units are backing up. There goes another Raider right there. A little bit more healing. Blade Master trying to heal up as well. Down to 178, as the Dryad's able to break through that line and now do a little bit of chasing. All right, Serpent Ward's trying to get in some extra damage. Could it finish off a Dryad or two if it was actually being microed? It could, but then that would mean you're not microing your army that's trying to break off. Yes, Blade Storm does in fact do physical damage, as the bear blinking in front of the Kodo Beast, causing a bit of problems. The Kodo Beast, I guess, could have tried to eat the Spirit Bear, but that would have been too little too late, as the Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4. The blinking bear is giving so much damage. Hawks being able to take out the Spirit Walkers in that ethereal form, and that's really been the game right now. Normally ethereal Spirit Walkers have a little bit of just, hey, I'm immune, and that's no real big deal. But now, with the Thunderhawks out in play constantly, that is making a little bit of they're causing a little bit of an issue. All right, 33 supply compared to 35, 25 supply army compared to 31. Well, bear coming across. There is the bash right there, and it looks like another Raider is going to bite the dust. A healing wave right there. Blade Master, however, does not have a potion of mana. Not going to be able to use Blade Storm, and that it may come down to that. Wudo or OC no longer having any source of income whatsoever, and it may come down to timing. Shadowhunter, trying to make its way over. Shadowhunter is sitting at level 6, level 3 healing wave. Surround onto the Demon Hunter. Is that a good or bad choice? That is the question. Peons joining in on the fight. Bear trying to bash on in as well, and this is going to come in very, very close. Shadowhunter ends up, Shadowhunter ends up in trouble. It's surrounded by bears, gets taken down, and Staff of Preservation had saved that Blade Master. Not save the Demon Hunter once more. That is the game right there. Going after a level 4 Demon Hunter only to lose your level 6, as we see Infi with the lower score taking the all hero level 6 going up against a level 7 level 4, and OC unable to finish it off. If that one battle OC had gone into 50 supply and actually had 9 and 10 more supply worth of units going into that fight, I think that would have been very, very different. He would not it would not have gone back to even, and he could have pressed his advantage even further with that, maybe even saved some of his units, and with that been able to get farther into this game. Anyways, that was a great matchup. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.